Once we've got contacts entered or imported, and maybe some lists made, we can then really start using the Contacts app. Let's look at what we can do while viewing a contact card. First, here across the top, we have Message, Call, FaceTime, and Mail buttons. Click the Email button, and we can then choose which address of Tim's to send to. These icons are also presented directly to the right of each number or email address. Click on these to call or message that specific number or address. Right-click on a number, and we can choose how we want to communicate: audio call, video call, or text message. If you are about to dial a number, choose Large Type to expand it to full screen. Next to each address is a Maps icon. Click to open that address in the Maps app. We can also quickly open a website associated with a contact in Safari. If a birthday is saved for a contact, we can click to jump to their next upcoming birthday in Calendar. In the Mac Calendar app, if this box is checked, all birthdays saved with contacts will appear in the Calendar view. Right-click on a birthday in Contacts, and we can create a reminder or event for it. Here at the bottom, we can add a note to the contact. This can be anything you want. It's possible to use the text here in the Note section to create a smart list that will contain contacts with the same or similar note. Click the Add button, and we can choose a field to add to the card. This can include things like a middle name, nickname, social media handle, or another important date such as an anniversary. With all the available fields and the ability to customize their names, you can enter just about any bit of information you want for a certain contact or contacts.